Hi everyone, I just wanted to quickly hop on at the beginning of this video and just say if you haven't watched the previous video that I uploaded talking about my hospital stay and the fact that I had been really poorly and everything, you might not understand why I look so ill in this video, or you might be concerned about the fact that I look like I've lost a lot of weight and I look really poorly. I just want to reassure you that this video was filmed when I got home from Florida, and it was before I went into hospital. I am much better now and you don't need to worry at all. So I'm sorry that I look a bit like the corpse bride in this video, but don't worry, I'm doing much better now. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the haul. Hi everyone, I've just put some tinted lip balm on to try and make myself look less like the corpse bride, and all it's done is highlight the fact that my lips are really chapped, so sorry about that. But as you can see from the title, today is going to be my Florida haul video. I don't actually have loads and loads to show you, so I'm hoping I can get through this quite quickly. So we went to Florida in like the off season, although it was really busy because there were lots of events going on and there was a public holiday, and I feel like that was reflected in the merchandise because I had a massive list of stuff that I wanted to buy and I came home with a fraction of it. I really felt like there wasn't much there, and there wasn't the variety that I thought there was going to be either, and I do think it was to do with the fact that it was like the off season, so hopefully if we ever go back we'll go when there's like more of a variety. I just felt like it was the same stuff everywhere, and especially with like ears and spirit jerseys and things, I felt like there just wasn't much to choose from compared to other people's vlogs I've seen at other times of year. So maybe that's just me, but let me know what you think if you've been during the like low season. So I took a couple of pairs of ears with me and they really hurt my head, so I ended up buying some new ones because the new park ears are a lot more comfortable than the older designs. I feel like they've widened the headband slightly, and they've also put like this really soft material on the inside of the band, and it just makes them a lot more comfortable to wear. So I bought these red sparkly ones because I figured they would go with a lot of my Disney outfits with red in. Like for example, this spirit jersey's got like a reddy orange colour in it, and I'll show you the spirit jersey in a minute. But yeah, so I picked these up in the Splash Mountain shop. Splash Mountain's actually closed at the moment, but the shop is open, and I picked them up in there. They were $29.99 plus tax, and even though it's going to ruin my hair and I'll have to sort it out afterwards, I'll pop them on for the rest of the video, because it's a Disney video after all. So the next thing is the spirit jersey that I'm wearing, and it's actually the Pixar ball spirit jersey, and I picked this up in World of Disney. The majority of stuff that I got was from World of Disney. I had like one shopping morning when we went to Disney Springs, and I picked up most of the stuff that I wanted there because we had such limited time in the parks and I was feeling so rubbish that when we were in the parks we just wanted to sort of make the most of trying to get on rides and stuff. So nearly everything is from World of Disney. But yeah, so this is the spirit jersey. It's the Pixar ball one. The lighting's gonna go funny now. I got it in an extra small, and it just has Walt Disney World on the back. It's my first Walt Disney World one. I specifically wanted one that said Walt Disney World on the back. But like I say, there really wasn't a lot to choose from. I would have preferred a solid coloured one, I think. But like the Arendelle Aqua and the Ariel's Grotto Coral and stuff, they didn't have them. Like I only saw a couple of adult sizes, and they were the larger sizes, and I could have bought a larger size and just worn it bigger, but because I actually do wear these out and about, I like them to be a little bit more fitted to my actual size. And I looked at the kids ones as well because I like to wear the kids ones as like just long sleeve t-shirts like I did with my New York spirit jersey, but they didn't have the big sizes in the kids ones, so I had to make a choice because I wanted a spirit jersey, and this was the one that I liked the most, and a lot of my favourite Disney films are actually Disney Pixar films, so the Pixar ball one it is, and this was $59.99 I think. I also picked up a hoodie on my last day from one of the shops on Main Street, and I'll insert a picture because it's currently in the wash, but it's the classic like vintage Walt Disney World, Disneyland pattern that a lot of people are enjoying at the moment. I do not normally wear yellow, especially when my skin is this white, but it was so cold on the last day of our trip and I needed a hoodie, and that was the hoodie that I found, and I think that ended up costing me about $58 with tax. When we checked into the hotel, we got some little freebies. We got first visit badges and happily ever after badges, and I ended up with a couple of these because if you weren't wearing one and you said it was your first visit, people just gave them to you, and so we ended up with like 6 of these badges, so I might give some away to people as gifts. At least one will go on my pin board, and I might like tuck one into my scrapbook or something. I'll make use of them somehow, but we've only got the 2 happily ever after badges, and these were a cute little touch. We also bought one of these refillable resort mugs back each because we were on the quick service dining plan, so you can pay $19.99 I think it is to get this from your resort, but it was included in our quick service plan and we used it when we were at the resort. Will got the like Buzz Lightyear Cars Pixar one, I think, with the green lid, and I got the like Mickey Mouse Through the Years one, which I think is cute, and I'll definitely carry on using it now that we're home because it's quite a good cup. But we didn't use them as much as we could have done, I think. But if you're there for 10 days, 2 weeks, and you're spending a lot more time at your resort, you'll probably get decent use out of it. Next, I will show you the mugs, because we all know that mugs are something that I collect, and I really don't need any more mugs in my life, probably ever, but I bought 3 because I can't control myself. And when we came home, literally like the day after we came home, they released a new range, which is like an alphabet range. And normally when there's like an alphabet range of mugs, the C is always something really rubbish or something that I'm not interested in, or the pattern's never as nice as the other letters. But because it's a C and it's Disney, it was the castle. I wished that we had been there an extra day because I really, really would have loved that mug, but oh well, maybe it'll be there one day if I go back. The first one is a mug that's been around for a really long time, and I feel like everyone comes home with this mug from Disney, but it's the blue one that has all of the like major park icons on it. I say it's blue, it's like blue on the inside and has a blue handle, but it's white and it just says Walt Disney World on the inside. I have wanted this mug for years, like ever since I started watching Disney vlogs and hauls and people brought this mug back. I knew that this is the one that I wanted. It is a big mug, so you can get a decent amount of tea in there. Not that I'm even drinking tea at the moment. Since I've been poorly, I've totally gone off it. Like, the only hot drink I'm drinking is like Lemsip and a hot Ribena. But when I'm better, I will definitely be wanting tea. So I picked this up and I think it was $14.99. And the next one was another one that I've known for a while that I wanted, and I think it was also $14.99. I really should have kept my receipts, but it's the one that's got all of the princesses' castles and palaces on. Rapunzel's tower, Sleeping Beauty's castle. I think that's the Beast's castle where Belle lives. Is that Snow White's house? Jasmine's palace, Cinderella castle, I think so anyway. And on the inside it says Happily Ever After and Once Upon a Time, and I just thought it was really pretty. And then we have one that I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to pick it up or not, because I bought one of these in New York. It's the Been There series of mugs, and they do one for each park, but I just got the Magic Kingdom one. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get one because, like I say, I got one in New York and it's exactly the same colours. And I know obviously it's for a totally different place, but I'm a bit strange about things looking the same. Some people like everything to match and look the same, whereas I like things to be eclectic and different. So I genuinely didn't know whether I was going to buy this or not because the colours were the same, but I did. And I'm glad because it is very pretty, and it was $19.99. Somebody told me that they have all of these mugs in World of Disney so that you like didn't have to go into Starbucks to get them, but when I went into World of Disney they did not have a single one, so don't rely on them being in one of those big shops. If you definitely want one from each park or from a particular park, make sure you go into the Starbucks for that park, because honestly they did not have a single one in World of Disney. So then we get on to the smaller items. I forgot to show you our magic bands. So Will had a red one, mine's pink, but it's upstairs and I'm too out of breath already to go upstairs. Stairs are a real struggle for me at the moment. But yeah, so loved our magic bands. It was so exciting to be able to wear them for the first time. When Wills came home, he was like, do you want to keep this or shall I throw it away? And I was like, throw it away? Who even are you? But yeah, so I think I might put them into like a box frame or something, make a little memory frame. Because if we go again, we'll get new magic bands, of course. I like to get a new pen every time I go away to a Disney park. This was my first US Disney park, so I got the American flag Mickey. I normally try and get different characters, so I think I've got like a Mickey, a Minnie and a Pluto. But I got another Mickey this time just because it had the American flag on it to celebrate our first like American Disney trip. And if we go back again, then I'll get another one. I don't even use these. They just sit and look cute. I have a feeling that this was $9.99, and what I will say is that everything's very expensive in Disney. In Disneyland Paris, I've always felt that things are quite pricey, but in Florida it's a whole other ball game. These are like €5 in Paris, and they were nearly $10 in Florida. Something else that I spent $10 on was this magnet, and I bought one for me and one for my mum because I'm sure I've mentioned it in a haul before, but me and my siblings, when we go on holiday, we always get my parents a fridge magnet because my parents don't go anywhere and they enjoy having fridge magnets to signify all the places that their kids have been. Both of my parents are scared of travelling, basically. So yeah, I picked this one up because it matches my Disneyland Paris one, and I hope if we go to California that you can get one of these in California. You'll have to let me know if you've been. But yes, I got one for me and one for my mum, and that was also $10. The next items are pins, and I got 7 pins on this trip, so I'm going to do my best to show them to you, and if I need to put in cutaways then I will. The first one I got is upside down, and it's a little Hawaiian Stitch pin because I met Stitch for the first time on this trip and he was really cute and he taught me how to hula, and I told him that we are hoping to go to Hawaii on our honeymoon and he was really excited. There you go, can you see him? Also, sorry my stomach's making weird noises. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. I might have to film some cutaways of these because it doesn't want to focus now, but I got the My First Visit pin. I also forgot to say the price. So the Stitch one was silver, which I think is $9.99, and the My First Visit is yellow and it's like a double layered pin, so I want to say that this one might have been $12.99. That's another thing, pins are more expensive in Florida as well. I spent far too much money on pins, but I had to get the My First Visit one, and it's got the, again, the park icons in the background. It's got Tower of Terror, the castle, Tree of Life and Spaceship Earth. So yes, there's that one. On my first Disney trip of the year, I always get a yearly pin as well. So I got this one from the new 2020 collection and it has Russell on it. And the reason I got that one was because I met Doug and Russell for the first time on this trip as well. So they had a couple of pins in this 2020 collection, but I specifically picked this one because I met Russell and he was cute. And again, that was a yellow pin, so I think it was $12.99 because again, it's like a double layered one. Another yellow pin is this one, which is the castle with some balloons on string. Just thought it was really cute. It's like iconic, isn't it? The Main Street balloons in front of the castle, so I thought that was a nice one to get for my first visit. All Star Resorts pin, because we stayed at All Star Music. They don't do separate pins for each hotel, it's just for all 3 hotels together, which is fine, I suppose. But yeah, if I stay on Disney property in Paris or now in Florida or whatever, I like to get a pin to signify it. So I got the Sequoia Lodge pin, for example, from Paris, and now I've got the All-Star pin from Florida. And it's quite cute, actually. It's a little Mickey and a star. Then I got this like double pin, which is Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters, Inc. because I met them for the first time on this trip and they were characters that I was desperate to meet, and I was so glad that I managed to do it. This was a really expensive pin. It was a pink one, and I think with tax it cost me like nearly $16, and I remember when she told me the price at the till, I was like, what? It's the most money I've ever spent on a pin set, and it's literally just Mike and Sully, but I couldn't resist. It was cute, and it was the only one there. I didn't see it anywhere else on property. I just saw it in one of the shops on Main Street. It was the only one there. It was in the wrong place as well. It was with some other Mike and Sully pins, and the top was all bent, so I feel like it might be maybe an older one that had got like mislaid and somebody found it and just put it with the other Mike and Sully ones, but now it is mine. And then the last pin I got was the Grape Soda Pin, which was a yellow one, so I think again $12.99ish. Got this because I met Doug and Russell and I couldn't find a pin that had Doug on it. It was all like Carl and Russell, or Carl and Doug, and I hadn't met Carl. It was just Doug and Russell, so I got the 2021 with Russell on it, and then I got the Grape Soda one to sort of just commemorate meeting the characters from Up. But yeah, so they were all the pins that I bought on this trip. I feel like I was quite reserved actually. Again, same with the spirit jerseys and the ears. There wasn't loads, like there just weren't loads that I wanted, which I was really surprised about, because, you know, watching people's videos, I'm like obsessed with all the pins that they buy, and then when I went I was like, I don't really want any of these. But I think it's because I tend to buy pins to commemorate things that happen on the trip, or to sort of like symbolise the time that we were there or whatever. So there were lots of lovely princess pins, for example, but I didn't meet any princesses, so I didn't buy any princess pins. So I could have bought loads more, but I didn't, because I tend to buy like sentimental ones. The only other one I would have loved to buy was like an Olaf pin, but again I couldn't find one that I wanted, so that's sad, because I met Olaf for the first time on this trip and he was great. But yes, I have one more thing to share, and it's the 2020 Pandora charm, and I will just do a close-up on this, but this is the lovely box. It's a Parks exclusive, and it is the 2020 charm. It's pink and in the shape of a Mickey head, and it's so cute. They also still had the 2019 one there, and I wish I had bought it to commemorate the trip I took last year with my mum, but I was running out of money, so I just bought this one, and now I'm filled with regret. I'm hoping that I might be able to get it somewhere else because it's beautiful. But this was like $80, which is a lot of money, but I love it. So yeah, that is everything that I bought in Florida. Not much stuff, but it worked out as a lot of money. I can tell you that for sure. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I bought. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.